fuck's going on here?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him actually he was crying in there. You're saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time. Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
Finalized Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go check.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are back with another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside my crew. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. We're back to talk some. It's a double whammy. I mean, it's double excitement, or is it trouble? What's that movie showing my age again? Big Trouble in Little China, right? Something like that. Is this going to be a good thing? Is Mayweather-Pacquiao and the details of this fight being finalized, signed, sealed, and delivered by the end of this week, with the potential pay-per-view dates really close to the possible Wilder-Fury dates? I mean, both of these dates are being rumored to be first and second week of December. So is this going to Dikembe Mutombo block the Wilder Fury, or is this going to be on the undercard maybe? Will they, like Mike doesn't like, give us 2 pay-per-views in the first 2 weeks, not to mention all the other pay-per-views from any other companies that might be out there promoting boxing? I don't know. This is what we're going to be talking about. A lot of details broke today. ESPN to everywhere is reporting Mayweather-Pacquiao being finalized. So this is no more a laughing matter. It's no longer just a social media post. It's going down. Michael Coppinger broke the story earlier today for Ring TV, and ESPN followed suit. Now, we would have been here earlier, but we had some technical difficulties with equipment. We are here. We're taking your numbers. No, we're here, and we're taking your phone calls. So you know the number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. This is what we're going to be talking about. A little Mayweather-Pacquiao, a little Deontay Wilder-Fury, and there are even more details as far as Wilder-Fury. Looks like we have a date for their announcement of their press conference. I'll see what my co-hosts have to say and give you all my details. But yeah, man, this is what we're talking about. If you want to call us internationally or absolutely free using your mobile phone, just download the Skype app and add Nestor Gibbs. Remember to make us part of the conversation, and then we can add you. And yeah, so let's get on out to our co-hosts.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss. 2 to stand over.
Turn up.
Red winner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo, we back with another one. Mayweather-Pacquiao, what is going on in the world? I thought they was just playing when it was in Japan, but it seems like at the end of the week, the deal could be finalized for them to fight on either the 1st or the 8th. So, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it, because I really don't like the fact that it kind of steals the spotlight away from Wilder Fury, but I'll talk about it more when we break it down. But what's going on, Ron G?
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, Marco Antonio Barrera. I've been through all the eras, and I still been helped.
You do too much talking. The thing is this.
People want their subjective preference to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So like the biggest USA pay-per-view boxing event was between Mayweather and Pacquiao. And then when the UK sales or Sky box office came out, they hit the top 3 before Anthony Joshua hit the scene. So this is an extremely big fight when it happened. But after long overdue rematch ideas, shoulder injuries, accusations, fighting other opponents, potential retirements, people that they didn't really want to see them fight, we're back at this point where now a rematch is happening, and now we're questioning the fact that is it worth our money? Is it worth our time? And seeing that it's close to another big pay-per-view, like Mike said, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, rumored other big fights in the UK that are also happening. It's going to be really tough to kind of compete, and let alone the fact that are they just trying to steal the spotlight? Floyd's been notorious for rumoring things pretty close to Oscar De La Hoya things, and now it looks like it's coming true, it's happening. So at this point, we're going to discuss, is it worth your time, your money? Is it going to produce something fun and exciting, or it's just another money grab?
Well, guys, I guess my first question is how do we get here? How is this a real thing? Can we believe the reports that Mayweather-Pacquiao is going to be finalized? And
how seriously do you take Michael Coppinger?
I think he's a man of his word. I think that he's definitely moved up. He was with USA Today. He's with Ring TV. He's been putting in the work. So, he's not like first time breaking news.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, when it comes out from a credible source like that, you got to start taking it seriously. And I want to see the fight only for the simple fact that Pacquiao says his shoulder was fucked up or whatever. And now, if he's all the way healthy, he's been out. He's only been fighting like once a year. So, if he's all the way healthy and Mayweather getting older, I mean, just keep it real. I mean, he's getting older, so we'll see what happens. But it's not something that I would put in December. I would try to have a little bit more build up for it, and let Wilder Fury have that December pay-per-view date in America. But this could be a way for them to recoup a lot on Fox first pay-per-view. If they do like a Fox pay-per-view, I'm pretty sure that it will do good numbers, and that will allow them more money to like do other things with their boxing stable.
Now, I have an issue with them wasting the Fox pay-per-view on this deal. I know it's probably commercially the easiest way for them to reach success, and that's the only reason that I'm coupling it in with the fact that, our very own co-host Mike said that it seems like they're piling on so many pay-per-view events in December. So rather than do 2 pay-per-view events between Mayweather and Pacquiao and Wilder and Fury, do you want to dream a little? Is it a fantasy to believe that these fights could somehow be on the same card? We've seen Mayweather, Canelo, Danny Garcia, Lucas Matisse on the same card. Will Mayweather, Pacquiao, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder be on the same card? Is it a good marketing tool? Like, should Heyman and Heyman Boxing push Wilder to be there so that he can be seen and maximize, the visibility of this, of his future heavyweight, right? Like, put him on a Mayweather pay-per-view. He's never been on one that I remember, not a co-main anyway.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
Well, I wish Rob was here because I don't know the BT like pay-per-view kind of situation, but I do know that on Sky, the Sky box office, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd really hasn't broke anything really until they fought Ricky Hatton, and Floyd had his little circus show with Conor McGregor. So I don't know if this really is going to generate overwhelming interest in the UK. Seeing the fact that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd's most successful fight with UK buys was with Ricky Hatton. So,
but you don't think that the fact that he had like a little press tour with Conor McGregor made Floyd like a lot more popular over there?
Well, what I'm saying is Conor and Floyd was kind of a circus show, and I think that had to do a lot more than the simple fact. And plus, he was Irish himself, and so it's a little integration over there.
What are you saying? That Floyd didn't gain popularity from it?
Well, I'm like I said, I don't know the BT Sports purchasing side, but the Sky, actually Ricky Hatton and Floyd held the record for the UK until Anthony Joshua came and broke it with the Joseph Parkin and Vladimir Klitschko. So even though Ricky Hatton and Floyd had that record, they never beat that record with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. So at that point, it kind of says something where in the US, this was the highest pay-per-view purchasing, fight. And it still holds that record after all these other fights have happened until we see Canelo and Triple G2, which I don't think it would beat that. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think.
I think it would beat it because
he didn't answer anything. I don't know where Ron. What he was talking about, no clue. But I'll ask you again: right. Do you think that these two fights can be combined as a marketing tool?
It could be, but I think it's better just to leave Wilder and Fury on his own, because I think that they've already put enough money, energy promoting it as it is. It would help, but what's that going to do for Deontay Wilder
Mike.
If he's trying to sell the fact that he is a pay-per-view star when he has two of the biggest pay-per-view stars of all time on there? That's going to kind of steal some of that.
Tap your mic. Oh, okay.
Ain't no way in hell that this should be a co-main pay-per-view. Wilder and Fury, man, that they are their own pay-per-view.
I think my personal opinion. I think that's a mistake, man. I think that's.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's gonna do Mayweather-Pacquiao, and Mayweather is still attached to Heyman. Listen, Canelo.
When the last time Wilder or Fury been a?
Let me tell you, Mike, that you obviously don't know. Forget when the last time Wilder Fury been on the undercard of somebody. Won't you ask yourself how many times Canelo been on the undercard of Floyd? Dog, it's proven. Like, you don't.
But that was early in his career, though,
and that's why he's a pay-per-view star.
I know, but after he fought Floyd,
how many times Danny was on Floyd pay-per-views as early in his career, not as close, nowhere near close as main event, co-main as Canelo used to be, but at least he was on the undercard, and obviously he gained popularity. He's one of the highest ticket sellers and view fighters.
Bruh, I totally understand where you're coming from. But these guys been a main event for the last 15 fights, maybe?
They've never been the main event in an event like a Mayweather-Pacquiao event.
But who says it's going to be a popular event? Most people that you talk to are not that excited about it.
No,
last night we had people.
Are you serious? 5 million people bought it. That means at least fucking 15 watched it. Sharon Holmes, you telling me nobody's gonna come back and watch it? You're bugging. You're in a fantasy land.
I'm not saying that, bro. I'm just saying the momentum that I don't know, man. I just don't agree that Wilder Fury should be on there. I think if you want to break,
Ron, you don't think that?
No, it will. It will.
No, do you think Mayweather-Pacquiao 2 does better pay-per-view numbers than Canelo Triple G 1?
It's something you can argue. Like, there's no way you can't argue that this can't sell. It's two humongous pay-per-view stars. Now, like I said, certain demographics, certain areas, it may not be as lucrative, but in the US, it's going to sell very well. It's going to be in the top. You can't argue that. And I understand, like, you're fighting for the Wilder point of view, like you want, like that's what I was trying to say. The negotiation and Wilder having his own pay-per-view would be more beneficial for his own, but when Ness was saying about Canelo Alvarez, you got to remember they set up a fight for Canelo and Floyd to fight each other by a pay-per-view fight. They had Floyd fight Austin Trout, I believe, and that was to set up Floyd to fight his opponent, because he's like, yo, if you want to fight me, you got to beat Austin Trout, which happened. And then at that point, they set up that fight. And so if you pay for these Mayweather pay-per-views, you kind of it makes it easier to follow. They were already trying to produce the next big superstar, and it would help. I just think it just hurts the whole idea of him being a seller, pay-per-view negotiator on his own, but it doesn't hurt Wilder.
And then hold on. And then the budget, though, man, we got to realize Mayweather going to demand 3 figures, and rumors are that Fury got 15 and Wilder got 20, something like that. Are those? I mean, those are rumors that we heard, right?
Okay,
that's a lot of money.
No,
to try to recoup.
They still know how many pay-per-views they can possibly get. Some of these guys can get paid on the back end. Don't matter. They're going to have sponsors out the wazoo for Mayweather-Pacquiao too, bro. Like, you guys.
I understand, bro. I understand that it's going to sell, that's going to be a big fight. I just don't agree that Wilder Fury should be on the undercard. Let me ask y'all a question. Give Wilder
a better way to be viewed by more people. Because last I checked, there was only maybe 1 or 2 people that said Wilder Fury would do 800 and a million buys. You know, one of them being Billy Joe Saunders. So last pay-per-view did what? Not without a star in it, without a Canelo or a Mayweather or a Pacquiao. Like, what? We don't even know what Wilder Fury is gonna do. You put it on the undercard, we know it's gonna do over 1 million. We can start guessing it's gonna do maybe 2-3 million.
So there's no way that you see Wilder and Fury been a main event.
I'm not saying that I don't see them being a main event. I'm just saying
no. I'm saying them been.
If Mayweather coming through, Mike, and he gonna be cock blocking, you might as well let him do a little baby assist, because that's what he doing.
Okay, I got you.
Coming out your motherfucking retirement to do a pay-per-view when the American heavyweight's about to do his first fucking pay-per-view. The least you could do is put him on your undercard, let him get some residual fandom.
Let me see
and to be completely honest on this whole thing, it's like, look, if you're already kind of like questioning, like, should I buy this Wilder Fury fight, and the Mayweather and Pacquiao 2 comes out, and I know you probably want to see these guys, if they're going to be relevant, fight younger fighters, but that's going to entice more people to go, you know what? Yeah, you know, this price is kind of high, but I might as well pay for it because there's an interesting Mayweather-Pacquiao 2 on there when I was already questioned by Wilder and Fury. So it does push more people. And the people like Ness saying there's going to be an extra 1 million more people that's going to buy it just for the sake of it. And that is going to help. Negotiation power is going to hurt because everyone's going to go, well, the reason why you got those numbers, Wilder or Fury, is because you were on that card when they try to negotiate with Anthony Joshua. But at the end of the day, it's going to get them more viewership, more eyes. Lomachenko was on the undercard. You know, Andre Ward has been on Floyd's undercards, Pacquiao, Canelo, everyone you can think of. And then, you know, look where they're at. They've got some shine off these pay-per-view undercards.
Oh yeah, man. It's a proven recipe, bro. Proven recipe. And it's only the people that have egos that don't want to be on an undercard. Because
that's what I'm saying, though. Both of them guys got egos.
Well, you don't got no track record.
That's true. That's true.
You can't be having an ego, because if you had a track record that says how many pay-per-view buys you're going to sell, then
you wouldn't be on the card.
No. Man, doggy, if you had a track record, your fight would have been announced. They wait because they strategically trying to make it the best it could be.
I feel you on that. I feel you. But real quick, we got a super chat from Rahman Big R. I feel like everybody's intro needs to catch up to IQs and mics.
I didn't hear nothing you said. What?
Damn, is my mic low? Hello.
They said they liked our intro, you know.
Yeah.
Ron, can you hear me, Ron? Okay.
Honestly, I feel like Mike's intro needs to level out. That shit is like all over the place, especially when we did it live. I was like, whoa, you can see the levels are different. Like the end, it comes in real hot. But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I see people in the chat saying that they don't feel like Wilder and Fury are worth $50 and $70. You know, and again, this is what I'm saying. Because I don't know, man. I just think that's fucked up. Honestly, I do. I just think it's really messed up for Floyd to be announcing a fight in the same month on pay-per-view when we know that's going to be $100. It's going to be $100. So it's just crazy. I don't understand the train of thought over there in Heyman Boxing sometimes. I know I can't question them. They continue to do big things, right? They just broke 2 new deals, 60+ million each deal, but some of the things I just don't understand.
Now, question. This is the most circus thing I can think of, but what if they did Manny Pacquiao, or my bad, Mayweather, because it would be the A side. Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2, then Wilder versus Fury, and then Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. Would that be something worth buying?
Well, now we're definitely
like 120 right there.
Now we're
150
dreaming, but I wouldn't get any more excited because, like, you know how I feel about Earl taking tack on poor Mike.
Of course. But these are the rumor pay-per-view fights. So if that's what their strategic idea, and then they just merge it.
That's my point. Like, if you're gonna do all these quote-unquote pay-per-views, you're gonna force your public to buy these pay-per-views at the end of the year. Smack them on one fucking card. Let's get back to the Don King era and make boxing great again. Then we're talking. Charge people $100, but you got 6 household names on there. You know what I'm saying? A little bit different. Plus, it helps these guys out with. Listen, Floyd ain't passing the torch and he ain't losing. So the best way is for Wilder to get on his undercard, be the co-main, knock Tyson Fury the fuck out right before Floyd and Pacquiao get in that ring, and hope that as many eyes as possible and seats were glued to the television and in the audience before he done it, because everybody come in the main event anyway.
Yeah, so should they like push that back until like the arena gets like fuller and like the pay-per-view buys start rolling in? Because we know like a lot of people start.
That's what happened Saturday, bro. Everybody talking about, they ain't had no fight. Nah, they waiting for more numbers to come in. They ain't stupid. They waiting for more buys. They drug it out a little bit more because look how many YouTube links, bro. I got sent 2 YouTube links of the fight within 24-hour time span. The first link had 900 and something thousand views. That one, by the time I was ready to watch it, after receiving it the first time, obviously I received it, clicked on it, seen that it was a good quality, seen how many views it had, started to download it for the plane. It never downloaded due to internet. So found another link that Ron or somebody sent in the chat, and that one had like another 100 and something, another 600 and something thousand. So it's like, bro, you can't even stop this. Pay-per-view is like pay-per-view is the day of now. These dudes are too good because even on the day of, they got live streams, VipBox and all that shit out there ripping you apart. You know what I'm saying? So
and if you're like, you know what I'm saying, gonna look at the a KSI versus Logan Paul and take one thing away, create you guys a fucking YouTube channel. HBO Showtime already have one. So the day after, just throw that shit on your YouTube channel and get money that way.
And let YouTube do the police work. Because if you got that real fight on there, YouTube will seek down any other fakes and rip it apart.
Shut that shit off.
Man, but I don't know, man. I would be. We need to get someone in from YouTube. Someone in. Anyone listening that has any friends that might know the inner workings of the Huey Fury, Joseph Parker fight, we need to talk to people that do straight to YouTube pay-per-views and get some answers, because honestly, I don't even understand why they're still doing pay-per-view with HBO. It must be licensing fee or something, because I'm thinking, how are you not putting this shit on YouTube so you could just sell it to everyone in the world? Like HBO is just US pay-per-view. Huey Fury and all those pay-per-views we buy on YouTube, you can buy them from any country. Yeah, the money changes, the currency changes, and so does the price, but that's still you're reaping in the benefit, instead of having a bunch of, hypothetically speaking, Argentinians ripping it because they can't watch it here in the US, or vice versa for us. Like whenever the UK put on fights, what do? We steal it. Like, it's just the bottom line. That's what the fuck we do. That's why I said I'm thankful for the zone. I ain't got to steal no more. And this brings me to my point. If you stack the card the way Ron wants and add Mikey and Earl, add Wilder and Fury, top it with Mayweather-Pacquiao, maybe people actually say, let me buy it instead of watching a fucked up stream. They're watching fucked up streams because the fight ain't worth it. If the fight was worth it, they would release that money instead of dealing with pop-ups and all type of retarded shit. But they dealing with the retarded shit because you're giving them 1.5 fights on the card, sometimes half a fight. Mayweather and Pacquiao been in fucking fights where they've been the super favorite, and we still had to buy it. So it's about that I want to model, man.
One thing that I want to bring up about the worldwide YouTube thing is, like, remember what Rob said, in certain countries that shit is like geo-blocked, so they can't watch it on YouTube because the TV rights have already been bought by that.
Absolutely. So that's why YouTube opens the door for a bigger market. I just don't get. Again, there must be something we don't know. It must be more difficult than just saying, let's put this pay-per-view on YouTube and sell it internationally. I don't know. That's why we want to seek out, and we're looking for our listeners' help. Anybody that dealt with the Huey Fury negotiations and the YouTube streaming, we need to be coming to the bottom of these things. Like, it's just not. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. When they sell so many more pay-per-views in Mexico, like, was Canelo Golovkin, Ron, was that sold in Mexico, or is it just streamed in Mexico?
I actually don't know. I can find that out for you. Or someone in the chat knows, just let us know.
I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I'm assuming if you throw it on YouTube, you can just charge, like, start charging. But anyway, let's open up these
Yeah,
phones.
we need
Let's see how the public feels. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we need Dave Higgins on and see what he says about the YouTube pay-per-view.
Yeah, and you know what? He's actually a vocal guy. He would probably
Absolutely.
do something, worth listening to. We're gonna go ahead to the phone lines. You know the number to call in: 1-425-569-5241. Press one time to voice your opinion. We're looking for your thoughts on the Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2. It's official this week. It is rumored by Michael Coppinger and now ESPN following suit that Mayweather and Pacquiao will be signing their contracts and finalizing their deal by this week. And we're asking you, what does this do to Wilder Fury? Is this a block? Or should they put him on the co-main event? Co-main event.
And real quick, if you're listening on YouTube, please smash that thumbs up. It helps with the visibility of the show. And if you're listening on iTunes, please go over and leave us a 5-star review. That really helps with the visibility of the show and lets people know that we are out here doing our thing.
Hey, and I'm just looking into it. So it looks like Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao was actually free in Mexico. And we're told, blah, 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 both won't have to cough out. Oh, so I think the Conor McGregor and Floyd was also free too. So, yeah, nothing beats free, right? So, yeah, Mayweather's last two big mega fights was free in Mexico.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that the television company paid some sort of licensing fee. They ain't just free.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there was, like you said, a network, but it was essentially free, as in you didn't have to pay for the pay-per-view.
Which it works better. It works better. And I guess that's one of the reasons why it can't be on YouTube then, because the Mexican people would then have to be blocked, or whatever other demographic or region that gets it for free. That's weird. I don't know. They need to find a way to get it done. But anyway, sponsors, callers, let's do it.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
We're going out to the city of Baltimore. Troy, what's going on? Troy, you happy?
There goes yourselves. Yeah, happy. Absolutely.
Can I get a sorry? Can I get a sorry, Mr. Gibbs? You were always right.
You asked me if I was happy, so let me deal with that. I'm happy every day. The Lord bless me with life, so I'm awake and I'm happy. Now, to answer your question, you cannot block a fight that really has no date, no venue, and doesn't exist.
Yo, but you still going with that?
Only in word of mouth. Only in word of mouth.
Wait. Troy, when did you jump into the show? Troy, when did you jump into the show? You didn't know that the fight is being announced on Monday? There's a press
Frank Warren said that.
Brother, today, brother, is what? Monday.
Monday the 24th. Excuse me, 23rd, right? No, 24th. 24th. There's your date.
When it's supposed to be announced.
There's your date. Frank Warren said it. Listen, Frank Warren said it, and you listen to this show every single day. So I would hope that you at least trust me slightly.
Off and on, yeah.
Okay, so Frank Warren said it, and then I text Wilder, and he confirmed it. So it's Monday, the announcement in London. In London.
Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy for them. My thing is this. I don't say anything is a reality until I can see it and I can believe it. Those words sound familiar to you?
Hey Troy, are you sure you know from Missouri, the Show Me State?
I was born in Jamaica and raised in the Bronx, 10467. So there you go.
Already.
Back to what I was saying. As far as putting Wilder on Mayweather's undercard or making the co-main event, let me be Eddie Hearn, right? Okay, let's just say that happens. All I have to turn around and say then, look, man, you didn't make any big numbers. Floyd did. Why should I change the stipulations of the contract when I still don't know what you bring to the table?
Hey, Troy, you know you're right. Listen to me. You know you're right, but I'm not even thinking about it from that side. See, because You're still with that AJ Wilder argument. I'm thinking Wilder moving on. So I'm thinking Wilder, go ahead, suck up your pride, get on the undercard, and possibly, I'm using the word possibly gain some residual fandom, then do your own pay-per-view and hope that it stuck to you. I'm not even thinking about going to negotiate with Joshua because he not there yet.
Cool. Okay, well, cool. Here's another question for you, which is a real sensible question. 10 years, right? You've been with, I don't know, with Heyman for how long? I have no idea how long he's been with Heyman. Why is it just now that they're trying to push this young man when they should have been pushing him all along? Because he has a lot of charisma. You don't see it. I'm talking about Wilder now. Wilder has a lot of charisma and he knocks people out. So why is it just now that he's getting this push and getting this play?
Well, the UK fans would say it's because he was fighting 39 bums, right? So he wasn't ready according to the UK fans. No, I'm just saying.
No. Okay.
I'm just saying he wasn't ready.
I'm talking about, listen,
Shelly Finkel
live in the UK.
Listen, Shelly Finkel said the same thing according to the UK fans. There's an article floating around that they wanted to do a unification with Klitschko, and Shelly said no, he's not ready. So that's why they're ready now.
Shelly said he wasn't ready.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They wasn't ready then. They're ready now.
Okay, and that goes back to the question why. But I got a simple question to ask you. Then I'm gonna jump off here. Which one actually harms you, the fire or the heat? Which one? Which one harms you?
I mean, I don't know because this is obviously like you know.
Both. No. Fire does you no harm because there's no heat. You take the heat out the fire and it does you no harm. Wilder for all this time was fire and he was no heat. Now they want to turn up the heat on him, and I'm saying that they could have been doing this young man. They could have been bringing the heat and the fire with him because he has that personality and he has that one right hand that he throws, and he's a mouthpiece. So they could have been pushing him all along.
Yeah, but real quick, one thing that I want to address is that I think boxing has been in like a renaissance period the last 3 or 4 years, and it's really like gained more and more popularity, in my personal opinion, because I just I just started watching 3 or 4 years ago, but it just seems like more people are the more casual fans are turned on to it now. Maybe it's the influx of social media, but I just feel like boxing has gained a lot more popularity than it had in recent years. That's one of the main reasons why I feel like Wilder is just now getting to that starting spot.
Well, let's go out to Dominic in Seattle. Dominic, what it do with all your background noise?
So I'm getting my brakes checked, but so question to Mike. Statement to Mike. I feel like ever since Floyd came in the game, yeah, everything has become more populated because he beat Conor McGregor. He beat everybody. He's fighting WWE people, so he took a lot of fans from all sources of fighting. But back to Wilder being on the undercard of Floyd
Mayweather-Pacquiao.
Pacquiao. Yeah, so I think that would be perfect because remember back in the day when Anthony Joshua first became fame, he was hanging out with Floyd. He was begging Floyd to be on his undercard of McGregor. So we need to get to that status where get rid of your ego, Deontay Wilder, because you're gonna need to get Floyd's fan base. He's the last dude that will fight anybody. He fought Conor McGregor. Who would really fight a UFC fighter? Come on, huh?
I'm telling you, man.
What was you gonna say?
I agree with you, bro. I don't see how this is wrong, man. If it ain't Wilder, I hope that the people on the undercard are at least worth something. You know what I mean?
You guys are making like great points.
Hey, Mike, because I'm directing most of it at you because you were in a disagreement with it. But like, so think about Gervonta being on Floyd undercards and him being at 1 million followers before your boy Wilder. Like the proof is in the pudding, man. You gotta bow down and just.
He was on his undercard.
Exactly, bro. You just gotta do it, man. You got.
But I'm just saying, like the heavyweight division draws more casual fans than a Gervonta Davis would. I mean, I know he was with Drake and all that shit, and he's popular, but at the same time, in my personal opinion, I feel like Wilder is a bigger name, a bigger star than Gervonta Davis at this point in time.
Listen, I'm not saying that he's not, but he got to 1 million followers first.
Gervonta, and that's because he had a Drake cosign and he had a fucking Pacquiao. I mean, a Mayweather cosign.
How did Drake?
Wilder ain't had nobody cosign him, bro.
Mike, you skipping the point. How the fuck you get a Drake cosign? Think about it. How did you get that cosign? Exactly.
No one knows about you until you are fucking with Floyd.
Come on,
Floyd
man.
has the biggest
Yo,
fan base.
OVO did his outfit, man. Drake did his outfit for the fight. Like, come on, man. Like, what? If
I hear y'all.
Why don't I want Drake to do my outfit? Why don't I want fucking Drake to walk me out to the ring?
Because I'm the fucking main event. Why, brother? It's ego at the end of the day.
You got more ego than him, obviously.
No. I want you to have a conversation with him, and we'll talk about it off air. Because I feel like he's going to say exactly what I'm saying, but maybe Al can talk him into it. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't talking nothing off air. My shit live like a motherfucker. I'm gonna let him know on when that camera rolling. Like, why you ain't on the right undercards? We hear you, Dominic. Go.
Hey, one more thing I want to finish, which I think would be smart, since Sean Porter does have a WBC. I think he should be on the undercard too. Put all the WBCs on the undercard and put Errol Spence at the bottom. Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia, because Errol Spence hasn't really been putting in no work, or Crawford, because he ain't really putting in no work. Have him at the bottom. So since people want to say he's the best, let him fight the best. So Floyd, when he can leave, he doesn't have to help out ESPN and HBO, because they're looking for help. They want big money. These motherfuckers just keep on wanting to fight people for no reason. All
right, Dominic, come on. You punching after the bell. You going to go full 5,000 miles an hour, too.
Nah, y'all niggas were taking my time.
Yeah, right.
My bad, Dominic. My bad.
That was Mike.
Look, I do appreciate you because you call into every show, so we obviously love you. That's why we gave you extra time. We're going out to Scorsese. Talk to me.
Yo, which one shines? Is it the sun or is it the yellow?
Man, everybody coming with these weird ass.
I was the same shit.
That shit was dumb as fuck. I mean, with the fire, the heat, they with what? It's on fire, nigga. Like, bro, this shit was ignorant, bro. The fire actually hurt, not the fucking heat. It's hot outside, nigga. What the fuck? That shit was weird,
crazy.
I'm gonna say it like this. Man, we dreaming. I don't know where everybody keep getting this rumor from. I keep hearing it like Wilder and them on the under. Y'all know what it is. Floyd Mayweather, TMT, Badu Jack, Tank Davis. Might as well start looking at to see if Beterbiev is free. Might as well start looking to see.
Beterbiev with the zone. Knock it off. You dreaming.
It's a payday. It's a big old payday. Things can happen. You know what I'm saying? Beterbiev with Heyman too. You know what I'm saying? He interchangeable.
He already got a signed contract to fight on the zone in Chicago. What are you talking about? He gonna pull out with an injury? That's the only way out.
October the 6th. He talking about a fight in December, potentially later. You know what I'm saying? This dude might knock the little UK dude he fighting out. Who knows? That's what he knows.
If they're gonna put him on a Floyd undercard, he need to have this fight anyway.
But yeah, true. But hey, you might as well start looking to see if Joe Smith, John Pascal, and look at some 130 pounders for Tank to be first. Wilder and them ain't getting on that card, man. They gonna do, they want our money in different ways.
Oh, you crazy, man. It's a real possibility, I believe, bro. They're invested in Wilder. Think about it. They had plenty of opportunity. Let's just think subjectively here. They had plenty.
He's gonna get 25 million.
Listen to me, brother. Listen to me. Let's just think subjectively. They've had plenty of opportunities to do pay-per-view fights. It dates back to Broner Maidana. They haven't dealt with nobody on pay-per-view. This is the first chance they taken. That shows me that they invested. Think about it.
He's gonna make 25 million though. That's what they told him. They said you're gonna make 25 million. Then when you go see Joshua, you're gonna say, I made that kind of money, and you need to hurry up and do it for that money stop coming. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of don't see it. They looking at the big picture past Fury. Don't, let's not forget Fury's a joke anyways. Like no, I don't even see him selling in the States. The dude gonna be out of shape, looking all funny, looking and shit. People gonna look and say he fights. We used to heavyweight Mike Tyson selling. We used to hell, even Vladimir Klitschko. You're not used to this tub of jelly, and it's just gonna look like a murder that's going to happen eventually. I really don't even see. I hear you saying they announcing it, but I wish they wasn't, man. So many other things to do, but it's boxing. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see what we get when we get it, but I'm going by Jack Tank Davis. That's the norm.
That is the norm. That is the norm. And that's what I was telling Mike. Like, look at where Davis is at because he's on that undercard. This is why Wilder needs to push for this.
I mean, we all see where he at. He on TV getting memes made of him.
You hooked me up already?
Yep.
Via what? Email?
Email, sending right.
I was gonna hold this conversation until later because it's like an off air, don't need to be said, but it's just so sad that computer messed up because that new list you sent me has been updated like every day. So I never saved it. It was just an open document on my desktop ever since you sent it. I hope it saves on its own, but no, it wouldn't even work because even the save would be on the desktop. What you're sending me is the original the first time. Oh, sad. That being said, this is not Majid though. So I'm going to take a guess on this 407 and go with, because I think Majid is like 6'8" too. I'm going to go with Jay from Orlando.
Nah, it was Majid.
Damn, what you got, two phone numbers?
I got a couple. Yeah, man.
See?
Yeah. But, yeah, I feel like if Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather was to fight around the same time, it'd definitely interfere. So if I was Deontay Wilder, I want to be on that shit, like, fuck, because the way I'm seeing it, I remember Canelo being on the undercard a lot, you know, and look where he at now. He just gave us a good-ass show this past weekend, you know, so I'm like, man, Deontay Wilder, his best bet is that'd be even better than having a pay-per-view fight with Tyson Fury by himself if he could be on the undercard. But, yeah, man, that's all I got.
All right, Majid, well, thanks for calling in. Man, I don't even know this. What is this?
What's the area code?
909. Wow. Oh, you got, I mean, whatever. There ain't that many callers left. 909, you up. Help us out.
Robert, LA.
Hey, what's going on? This is Julio.
Julio, what up, brother? My phone list, I got you, but my phone list is MIA right now. How you doing?
Hey, it's fine. What's going on, Mike? What's going on, Ron? You know, I don't got a problem with Deontay Wilder and Fury being in the undercard of Mayweather, but like you said, the Deontay Wilder and Fury fight was going to be promoted up the ass. You know what I'm saying? And I think that this takes a lot of thunder from Wilder actually becoming this huge ass superstar, like we kind of called it. You know what I mean? I just think it's going to kind of stall the moment, but if he's in undercard, why not? You know, it's not going to hurt the sport. That's how you start up.
But Julio,
I love your podcast.
But Julio, let me ask you, like,
yeah, go ahead.
So you think that's the best thing that he should do, or should it be a separate pay-per-view and Pacquiao do a separate pay-per-view with Mayweather?
How about we do this? How about we do a split, one in the Barclays Center and one in Las Vegas, like the Canelo and Mayweather. You know how they had a split venue?
Yeah,
How about we do something like that? You know,
that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, this way both fighters could feel like they're a main event. Good thinking, Julio. I bet you they're listening, yo.
Yeah.
Heyman Boxing listening, they're gonna credit Julio.
No, I mean that's the way to go because this recent fight with Canelo, Triple G, the fight was awesome. I spent $300. It didn't hurt my pocket, and it won't even hurt if they do it this other way. Because let me tell you something. At the end of the year, coming December, November, people want to spend money. Let's spend money on the fight. You know, let's support these boxers. Other than that, I'm out.
Julio, great call. I like that thought, man. See what I'm saying? It's beautiful having all these different listeners with their opinions. That is something I didn't even think about that. This way, Wilder and his ego, and I'm not saying Wilder has an ego. I'm saying every man has an ego. So if for whatever reason you're like, nah, man, fuck that. I'm a main event. Well, good. Go main event in the Barclay, and the fans that love you going over there. But know that you are splitting boxing down the middle. You asking the same inner city guy that likes Deontay Wilder, that also likes Floyd, to now choose who he likes more. And every other fucking fan, not just in the city. So listen, but you can still do it because there are people that just are not going to fly. Flying is so fucking expensive. So we got 985-232. 985-232. Who's this? Help us out.
Yeah, this is John from Louisiana.
John, what up, baby?
John Wolf.
Yeah, and I guess I see both sides of the argument. He would be in front of more eyes if he was on the undercard, but at the same time, the fight we want to see is him versus AJ, and that might hurt him in negotiations with AJ. But I guess let's get on with how you feel. Whether you want to get in front of more eyes and then try to launch a pay-per-view, which it might end up helping him because Floyd might be able to.
Never mind that bell, John. That was an accident.
Oh, Floyd might get help from Floyd with his next pay-per-view by being on the undercard.
That's exactly how I feel, man.
Like you said, it might be an ego thing, and you feel like I'm gonna do my own pay-per-view.
Yeah,
That's my
man.
call.
All right, John. Well, thanks for calling in. You know, I feel like it'll help him. And for those that are saying it's not going to help him in the negotiations, well, then you just don't fight Anthony Joshua in April. You know, you go ahead and you get on the Floyd undercard in December, get some residual, and come in the next year, you know, maybe March, and you take care of a Luis Ortiz rematch or whoever Joe Joyce beats, right? Joe Joyce is rumored to have a big fight this year. So see if Joe Joyce beats him and if he gains any popularity. See if Big Baby's 2-fight contract is up. You know, see if Dominic Brazil raised his profile anymore. See if Luis Ortiz rematch is possible. But you don't got to go straight into Anthony Joshua. You can get your own B-side and then test the water. But it would be better to test the water in the pay-per-view realm after being on a Mayweather pay-per-view undercard than testing the realm without it, is all I'm saying. And really, those were my final thoughts. So, gentlemen.
Final thoughts for me is you guys are solely convincing me with the undercard thing, but that one caller really convinced me with the split side pay-per-view. I think that's the best idea that's going around, and let's see how it works if it does work. And
that was Julio, man. That was a phenomenal idea. I do like that.
Absolutely. And I'm just
reference
really
fighters too. So like, you know, that's ammunition for me when I see Wilder. It's like, yo, Saul Canelo Alvarez did it on a Mayweather undercard. Look where he's at.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering how many people are going to be excited about this Mayweather-Pacquiao too. I've been seeing a lot of 50-50 kind of thoughts and opinions, but we know as the fight gets closer, people will start getting into it. So.
Listen, if you're a casual, you're buying it for sure, and that's who they're marketing towards. And for hardcores, we're either gonna find a way to watch it or we're gonna buy it. It's just that simple.
Last thought is I'm ready for the announcement next week, and you can follow me on Twitter at Gross2312 or on IG at Gross1911. Pass it over to you, Ron.
All right. Just kind of wanted to do like a little tribute, but to Enzo Kawasaki, father of Joe Kawasaki, passed away today. So wanted to pay my my respect to him. If you don't know, he trained Kawasaki, the famous super middleweight champion who's fought Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Jones. Regardless of your perspective on it, he retired undefeated and won like the WBA, WBC, IBF, the whole shebang. So I just want to pay respect to Enzo Kawasaki. What a tremendous career as a trainer. He won the BBC Sports Personality Year Coach Award. So a lot of respect to everyone on his family over there. But my take on this whole pay-per-view undercard thing, I mean, at some point you got to be on someone's undercard if you want to be a star, if there's a bigger star than you. And if the opportunity presents itself, it doesn't hurt. A lot of people forget that Keith Thurman was actually on a Floyd Mayweather undercard. Amir Khan, Adrian Broner. I mean, these guys that we talk about on a regular basis have been on some sort of pay-per-view, situation. So it doesn't hurt Deontay Wilder any shape or form when you really think of it when it comes to popularity. I know the negotiations was an idea, but when it looks at just full-on gaining for whatever, let's say Povetkin beats AJ, this is an opportunity. Wilder right here can elevate his profile if that happened. But you can find me at Fight IQ Media on Twitter and Instagram.
Peace.